Germs are a part of our everyday life. While most of them are helpful, some are known to cause illness, organ and tissue damage, or disease. The Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality reports that less than 1% of bacteria actually make people sick, but that small percent of pathogens can mean the difference between life and death. Many of us know how important it is to wash our hands and cover our mouths when we sneeze and cough, and that this prevents spreading these infectious agents. But some pathogens spread through different forms of transmission, such as through needle sticks or other sharp injuries. These hold high risk of spreading bloodborne pathogens. Hi everyone, I'm Maria from eTactics, and today I'm going to talk to you about engineering controls to prevent transmission of bloodborne pathogens. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. Also, hit that alert bell icon so that when we post new, helpful content, you get notified. So what are bloodborne pathogens and how can we protect ourselves from them? To put it simply, they are infectious microorganisms in our blood that can cause disease. Some examples include hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV. Workers in many occupations may be at risk for exposure, such as first responders, housekeeping personnel, nurses, and other healthcare professionals, among other job titles. The exposure to these pathogens may occur in many ways, but needle stick injuries are by far the most common cause. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, in the United States, approximately 800,000 needle stick injuries occur in hospitals annually, an average of 1 injury every 10 seconds. And if we want to get even more specific, another CDC study reports that sharp-tipped suture needles are the leading source of these injuries, causing about 51 to 77% of the incidents. Exposure may also occur through contact of contaminants within the nose, mouth, eyes, or skin. Luckily, there are standard precautions in place to help reduce the chance of being infected thanks to OSHA and the CDC. According to OSHA, engineering controls must be instituted as the primary means of eliminating or minimizing employee exposure. These are controls that are designed to stop the hazard at the source before it even comes in contact with the worker. For bloodborne pathogens specifically, engineering controls can look like blunt-tip suture needles, safety scalpels, sharps disposal containers, needle recapping devices, needleless IV ports, hinged or sliding shields attached to phlebotomy needles or needles for drawing blood, winged steel needles, and safer IV catheters that encase the needle after use. Of course, there is more, but I don't want to keep you here all day. If an effective and clinically appropriate safety-engineered sharp like any of the ones I mentioned before exists, employers must evaluate and then implement it according to OSHA standards. This, of course, is only the first line of defense when it comes to protecting personnel from bloodborne pathogens. And on top of that, there are a lot more engineering control facets to take into consideration. Workplace behaviors, regular training, and personal protective equipment are all necessary components for a safe work environment as well. If you'd like to learn more about preventing bloodborne pathogen transmission, reach out to eTactics. And you already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share it, and comment below.